Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel Coin Purchaser. If you're a coin enthusiast, a collector, or someone who's just curious about the hidden treasures that might be sitting in your pocket change right now, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into the world of one of America's most iconic coins, the 1994 Lincoln penny. That's right, the humble penny. But what if I told you that a single penny from 1994 could be worth far more than just 1 cent? Intrigued? Keep watching because I'm going to share the fascinating history of this particular coin, explain what makes it so special, and reveal how you could potentially strike it rich just by checking your spare change. Yes, you heard that right. So, grab your magnifying glass, because we're going to explore everything about the 1994 Lincoln penny, its origin, design, value, and why some of these pennies might be worth a whole lot more than their face value. Before we dive into the value of the 1994 Lincoln penny, let's take a quick look at the history behind the Lincoln cent itself. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909. Marking the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin features a portrait of President Lincoln on the obverse, while the reverse originally displayed a wreath of wheat stalks, making it known as the wheat penny. In 1959, the reverse design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, which is the design that would appear on most Lincoln pennies for several decades right up until 2008. Now, you may be wondering, what does any of this have to do with the 1994 penny? Well, the answer lies in the transition of minting techniques and the details of the specific mint mark on this particular coin. In 1994, the U.S. Mint produced pennies at 3 facilities: Philadelphia P., Denver, D., and San Francisco, S. The 1994 penny comes from the Denver Mint, and as with any mint mark coin, it's essential to understand what makes it unique in terms of production, design, and scarcity. Design and features of the 1994 Lincoln PN and why the 1994 Lincoln penny might look like any other penny at first glance. But there are some interesting features you should be aware of. On the obverse of the coin, you'll find Abraham Lincoln's profile, which has remained unchanged for over a century. What makes the 1994 penny stand out, however, is the condition it's in and the fine details that make it a desirable collectible. The reverse of the 1994 penny features the iconic Lincoln Memorial, which remained in circulation until 2008. It's an image that holds a lot of nostalgia for many coin collectors, as it represents a significant time in U.S. history. Now, the mint mark D is located on the right side of the coin's reverse, right under the year 1994. This D stands for Denver, where the coin was minted. It's important to note that mint marks are crucial for determining the rarity and value of a coin, and the 1994 penny plays a key role in this equation. So, what's the big deal about the 1994 penny, and why should you be interested in it? When most people think of pennies, they immediately think of low value. After all, a penny is worth just 1 cent, right? But here's the thing. The 1994 Lincoln penny ** might not be worth a ton at first glance, but there are some that could be worth significantly more, and you might just have one in your change jar right now. Let's talk about the standard value first. The vast majority of 1994 pennies in circulation are worth just 1 cent. These coins are considered circulated coins and don't hold any special value beyond their face value. However, there's more to the story. If you happen to find a 1994 penny that is in mint condition, meaning it has never been used and has little to no wear, then you could be looking at a coin worth more than just a penny. The key to identifying a valuable coin is looking for one that has been graded as MS65 or higher. Coins that are in better than average condition and are classified as uncirculated, meaning they've been kept in pristine condition, are worth far more. Some coins in this grade can fetch between $2 to $5 at auction, and if you have a particularly rare one, it could be worth even more. But there's something even more exciting to consider when we look at the 1994 D penny. The error coins. Yes, error coins are among the most sought after in the world of coin collecting, and they can command prices in the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, while most 1994 D pennies are worth their face value, there's a chance that you might have one with a minting error, such as a doubled die, a misplaced mint mark, or even a wrong planchet error. These types of errors can make a single penny worth a significant sum of money. For example, a 1994 D double die penny, where the coin has an extra layer of detail due to a misalignment in the die, could be worth up to $100 or more. Some error coins, especially those with rare characteristics, can fetch $200 to $500 at auctions depending on their quality and rarity. At this point, you might be wondering, how can I tell if my 1994 D penny is valuable? Well, you're in luck, because I'm going to tell you exactly what to look for. Look for unusual, where if the coin has some kind of doubled feature or an odd imprint, it could be an error. Check the mint mark. The mint mark on the reverse side of the penny should be a neat, well-formed D. If it appears to be too thick, too thin, or misplaced, it could be a valuable error coin. Look for obvious mistakes such as a coin with missing details, extra markings, or doubling of the date or design. Check the color and luster. Coins that have remained in good condition, especially uncirculated ones, tend to have a shiny, fresh appearance. Any coin that looks worn down might not be worth much beyond its face value. As you can see, it's essential to examine your pennies closely. Sometimes, the difference between a penny worth 1 cent and a penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars is just a simple mistake made during production. To sum it up, the 1994 D Lincoln penny might seem like just another common coin in your change jar, but it holds a lot more value than you might expect. Whether it's a high-grade uncirculated coin, a rare error, or simply a well-preserved piece of history, it's a coin worth paying attention to. Coin collecting can be a fun and rewarding hobby, and with just a little bit of knowledge, you can uncover hidden treasures that could be worth much more than you initially thought. So, keep an eye on your change and always check your pennies. You might just have a rare gem on your hands. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful and interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel Coin Purchaser, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a coin-related adventure. And of course, drop a comment below and let me know if you've ever found a rare coin in your change. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep searching for those hidden treasures. Engaging, educational, and designed to keep the audience interested while offering helpful tips and insights into the value and history of the 1994 D Lincoln penny. It's also long enough to be thorough and informative, ensuring the viewer stays hooked throughout the video. Coin collector, or even just someone who occasionally checks the change in your pocket, this video might be exactly what you've been waiting for. Today, we're going to dive deep into the fascinating world of coins, specifically focusing on a hidden gem that many people overlook: the 1998 P. Lincoln penny and its connection to the incredible one-dime Liberty coin series. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How much value could a penny from 1998 really have? Well, let me tell you, it might be worth a lot more than you think. Not just as a collector's item, but as a unique piece of history. But before we get to the financial aspect of things, let's take a moment to understand why this particular coin, along with others from the same era, holds such incredible value today. First off, let's talk about the history behind the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, celebrating the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It has undergone several design changes throughout the years, with the most iconic and long-standing design being the wheat ears on the reverse of the coin. However, in 1959, the design was changed to the Lincoln Memorial, and it remained that way for decades. In 1982, the U.S. Mint transitioned from the copper-based alloy to a copper-plated zinc alloy. This marked a significant change in the appearance and feel of the coin. The 1998 Lincoln penny that we're discussing today was produced during a time when these changes were in full swing, and it's important to know that coins minted during this period can sometimes have characteristics that set them apart, making them more valuable than one might assume. But what makes the 1998 Lincoln penny so special, especially when paired with the one-dime Liberty coin history? Let's explore that. Before we zoom into the specifics of the 1998 Lincoln penny, it's important to first discuss the historical context of the Liberty dime, which is also referred to as the Mercury dime. If you're familiar with U.S. coins, the Mercury dime is one of the most revered and cherished dimes in American numismatic history. Struck between 1916 and 1945, these dimes were created as part of the U.S. Mint's effort to commemorate the growing role of women in society, particularly in relation to the spirit of liberty. Despite the fact that the Mercury dime was originally issued in a period of war and change, the iconic image of Lady Liberty wearing a winged cap remains one of the most powerful symbols on American coinage. This design, which is often mistaken for a depiction of the Roman god Mercury, hence the nickname, was designed by Adolf A. Weinman. Now, what does this have to do with the 1998 Lincoln penny? Well, it's the sheer amount of asterisk historical significance and the value of U.S. coins that have evolved over time. By understanding the importance of these older, more revered coins, you'll begin to recognize just how fascinating and valuable even seemingly ordinary coins can become with time. Whether you're hunting for older pennies or dimes, or you simply want to know if your current change is worth more than face value, there are hidden treasures in the world of numismatics. Now let's dive deeper into the 1998 Lincoln penny itself. This coin, minted in Philadelphia, is part of the ongoing Lincoln cent series, but it holds specific features that make it notable. The design of the penny has remained relatively consistent since 1909, and while the 1998 version might not seem like a standout at first glance, there are key factors that contribute to its value. Mint mark significance. The mint mark on the 1998 penny indicates that it was minted in Philadelphia. The mint mark can affect the rarity and demand for a coin, as certain years and marks are more scarce than others. While the 1998 penny is not exceedingly rare in terms of mintage numbers, certain conditions and variations can make it significantly more valuable. Condition and grading. The condition of any coin plays a crucial role in its value. A 1998 Lincoln penny in mint state, meaning it is in near perfect or perfect condition, can be worth far more than one that is heavily worn or tarnished. Coins are graded using a system called the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 poor to 70 perfect. A well-preserved 1998 penny in higher grades, especially MS 67 or better, can attract attention from collectors and dealers alike. Era coins. Another reason the 1998 Lincoln penny could be worth more than face value is if it features any errors or varieties. For instance, there could be issues with the die, minting mistakes, or anomalies in the design that make the coin unique. Era coins are often highly sought after, and if you happen to have a 1998 Lincoln penny with such a flaw, you might just have a rare treasure in your possession. Collectability. Beyond the condition and rarity of the coin itself, collectors often seek out specific years and mint marks for their collections. The 1998 Lincoln penny may not be as famous as some other coins, but it still represents an important piece of American history and numismatics, making it desirable for those building complete collections of Lincoln cents from every year. You might be wondering, so, how much could a 1998 Lincoln penny actually be worth? Well, as with many coins, it depends on the condition, rarity, and potential errors. In general, a typical 1998 Lincoln penny in circulated condition might only fetch a few cents more than its face value. However, as we mentioned earlier, if the coin is in uncirculated condition or if it's an error coin, its value can rise significantly. A well-preserved, uncirculated example of the 1998 penny could be worth anywhere from $1 to $10, depending on demand. But don't be surprised if certain error versions or rare finds go for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially if they are graded MS-67 or higher by professionals. So, before you toss any old pennies into a jar or spend them without a second thought, take a closer look at your 1998 Lincoln pennies to see if they could be worth a small fortune. If you're inspired by the potential value of the 1998 Lincoln penny and other American coins, now is a great time to get started on your very own coin collection. Begin by learning how to properly identify different coins, understand the grading system, and research any coins you may have in your pocket change. A little knowledge can go a long way, and you might just discover that you've got a hidden treasure in your possession. To help you get started, be sure to check out reputable coin dealers and online marketplaces where you can buy, sell, and trade coins. You can also join local coin clubs or online communities to connect with other enthusiasts and learn even more about the fascinating world of numismatics. Who knows? That next coin you find could be worth much more than you ever imagined. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more exciting coin-related content. Let me know if you'd like to explore any specific aspects further. Today, we're diving into a topic that will get you excited and maybe even make you take a second look at the loose change in your pockets. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1999 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just another penny, but what if I told you that this coin could be worth a lot more than its face value? Stick around because we're about to explore the fascinating history, the surprising value, and why you should be on the lookout for this particular penny. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the history behind the Lincoln penny, which was introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. The penny features Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, and over the years, we've seen several redesigns. But what makes the 1999 Lincoln penny unique? Well, let's break it down. The 1999 Lincoln penny was minted in large numbers, but that doesn't mean it's just another coin you can find in your change jar. The year 1999 was an important year in the history of the penny. The Mint produced these coins with the standard Lincoln portrait, but the reverse featured an important change. The year 1999 was part of a multi-year series that honored the four major stages of Abraham Lincoln's life. The reverse featured a design that reflected the monumental contributions Lincoln made to American history. But the most interesting part, the 1999 D Lincoln penny, is where things get interesting, and not just in terms of design. Now, let's talk value. At face value, the 1999 D Lincoln penny is worth exactly 1 cent. But wait, it gets better. You see, certain variations of this coin, in specific conditions, can fetch a significant premium among collectors. That's right. If you happen to find the right kind of 1999 D penny, you could be sitting on a hidden gem worth much more than a cent. There are several factors that determine the value of a 1999 D penny. First and foremost, its condition. Coins that are well preserved are far more valuable than those that are worn down from years of circulation. If you happen to find a 1999 D Lincoln penny in what's called uncirculated condition, it could be worth anywhere from 30 cents to $1 or more, depending on the quality. But here's where things get even more interesting. There are specific era coins from this year that can make your penny worth way more. For example, if you have a 1999 D penny that was struck with a significant error, such as a double die or a misstruck coin, the value can skyrocket. A double die error happens when the coin is struck twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the design. These rare errors can send the value soaring to $10, $50, or even $100, depending on the severity of the error and the condition of the coin. Yes, you could find one of these rare error coins just by looking through your spare change. Now you might be wondering, how do I spot a valuable 1999 D Lincoln penny? Well, it's all about knowing what to look for. You don't need to be an expert to start looking through your pocket change. The key is paying attention to details. Start by inspecting the date and mint mark. The D mint mark means it was struck at the Denver Mint. From there, check the condition of the coin. Is it shiny and well detailed? Or does it look worn down, with the design barely visible? A coin in excellent condition will have sharp features and no signs of wear. Next, check for any errors, such as the double die effect. On a double die coin, you'll notice that the design elements, such as the numbers or letters, appear to be doubled or have extra lines. This can be a game changer when it comes to value. Look for doubling in areas like the date, the word liberty, and the "In God We Trust" motto. Let's talk about some of the rarer variations of the 1999 D penny. Some of the most sought-after ones include the wide AM and close AM errors. You might wonder, what does that mean? Well, the reverse of the coin has the phrase E pluribus unum along with the letters AM in the word America. In some cases, these letters appear very close together, while in others, they are spaced further apart. Cut to a close-up shot showing the difference between the wide AM and close AM varieties. The close AM variation is the rarer of the two and can be worth much more than the typical 1999 D penny, especially if it's in great condition. In some cases, a well-preserved close AM coin can fetch anywhere from $100 to $200, or even higher if it's an era coin in top condition. So, you've found a 1999 D Lincoln penny that you think might be valuable. What's next? Well, you'll want to get it properly graded. Coin grading is an important process where experts evaluate the coin's condition on a scale from 1 to 70. A coin that is graded MS-70 is in perfect, pristine condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Cut to a shot of an online marketplace, such as eBay, with coins for sale. Once you have your coin graded, you can either sell it through an auction, an online marketplace like eBay, or through a professional coin dealer. Just remember, the value of a 1999 D penny, like any collectible, can fluctuate depending on market demand and rarity. In conclusion, the 1999 D Lincoln penny may seem like a humble piece of currency, but if you know what to look for, it could be worth much more than you ever imagined. From rare era coins to valuable variations, this little coin has the potential to surprise you. So next time you're rummaging through your change, keep an eye out for those subtle details. It just might pay off in a big way. The screen shows the host's hands carefully placing the penny into a protective coin case. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel Coin Purchaser, and share this video with your friends and fellow coin collectors. And remember, keep looking through your spare change, because you never know when you might find the next big treasure. The camera zooms out as the host waves and the screen transitions to the channel's logo with upbeat music playing. Until next time, happy collecting! And may your pennies always be worth more than just 1 cent. End screen with subscribe button and related videos *.